Hey everyone, the glitter I'm using is from Glitter Planet UK. It is now called Minty Delight though, but I will leave the links to the store in the description box. They have a real wide selection of glitters and they are so beautiful. This one is just my favourite, so I thought I would incorporate in today's video. So I've already gone ahead and prepped my client's nails. So I've pushed back her cuticles, gone in with my diamond bit from Nail Supplies and etched the nail plate, and then I have dehydrated, primed, forms, and now I'm going in with a clear tip on the pinky, and I'm going to go in with Cherry Blossom. I just want to say also that I have left the application at normal speed so that you could really get an idea of how I work. Sometimes I feel like I speed it up loads and you're not really getting that chance to really grasp the position I'm putting my brush, or the position I'm putting the product, or the way I'm pulling the product. So today's video, the application I've left at normal speed so you can really watch how I work the product. So I'm just going to blend the Cherry Blossom down from the cuticle area upwards, and then I'm going to go in with this amazing Minty Delight. Oh, I just love it so much. It is literally life. Amazing. And then I'm also, just to add a little something extra, because the glitter is matte, I wanted to add a little bit of like sparkle, but not take anything away from the beautiful of that colour. So I'm just going in with CJP Magic Pot or Magic Mix, and I'm just going to apply little specks of that here and there, just so it kind of reflects off that light a little bit more to give that nail that real pop factor. So on the ring finger, I'm going to do a full nail in Cherry Blossom. So I'm going to start off by placing my first bead at the join where the form meets the natural nail. And I'm going to work that down the form and create my free edge. And then I'm going to go in with the cuticle bead, trying to keep all my work as neat as I can with my brush so that when we file it is kind of minimal and it's just refining. So I'm really making sure that I'm pressing and patting and stroking and doing everything with that product until it is near enough set. I'm not just plonking on and leaving it. This is why you see me kind of walking it to and from, patting it all over to make sure that it's nice and it's smooth. And then when I've got that nail on, I will go back and just cap that free edge on the pinky, because I don't need to cap the nail bed area because that is a strength. So I'm just going to place my bead of cuticle at that glitter join, and then I'm going to walk that down from side to side, pulling that product down towards the tip, making sure I'm leaving the majority of the product where I want it for the apex area, and just really making sure that my shape is as true to the finished shape that I want, so that obviously again our filing work is minimal. So now I'm going on to the middle finger, and this middle finger again is going to be full colour. The colour that I'm using here is Apple Shine, and it is from CJP. I know they are having a nightmare getting the pigment for this, but I have a sneaky feeling that a nice new mint green is on its way, so keep your eyes peeled for that. And the same process again, so I'm placing it at the cuticle area, not the cuticle area, sorry, the join of the tip, and then I'm going to walk that down the form and make my free edge, and then I'll go in with the cuticle bead, pushing that bead in and away from the cuticle with the tip of my brush, and then with the body of my brush dragging that product down the nail, trying to make a nice even distribution. And then although this is a strength powder, I didn't want to use lots because obviously it's no longer available, so I am going to cap that in crystal glass. And then I'm going to move on to the index finger, and again we're doing the same design we did on the baby finger. So I'm going to build the tip, and then I'm going to go in with Cherry Blossom at the nail bed area, and then apply the glitter fading downwards. So we just did the thumb in mint green with some glitter, but I didn't bother recording that because I didn't want to bore you. And now when all the nails are finished on both hands, I'm going to go in with my filing method. So I'm not going to use my e-file today. I'm just going to do the filing work with my hand file because I didn't feel I needed to debulk much or anything like that. I felt like my application was quite good, so I just really needed to refine the shape and just make that a flawless finish. So the filing method is always the same, going from your side walls and your free edge, then your cuticle area, making sure it's real nice and flush, and then just basically going from side to side, contouring that nail so it all looks even from all angles and that your apex is in the right position, making sure there's no product stuck around the side walls or near the cuticle, touching any skin, making sure you're really thorough and, as always, turning your client's hand around and checking from their view. I can't stress how important that is. It is so important to get that because sometimes from your view you might not see that a certain side needs a little bit more filing, whereas when you turn it from your client's view you can see perfectly. So on the middle finger with the mint green, I'm going to go in with some flowers. I was so happy that my client just let me do what I wanted because I've had this design in my mind, and as soon as I got Lorna's glitter, I just knew that this is what I wanted to do. So when my client came, I just kind of left the products in front of her to show her that that is what we're going to be using. But she was really easy and just said, do whatever. So everything, it's all been about roses lately and encapsulated roses, and I'm really bored of them because everybody's doing them. So I thought, why not change it up and just do a full 3D flower nail. And as I was working this, I was going to do the whole nail, but the way I did it, I enjoyed just leaving a little bit of gap. I will get to that in a minute. So basically I'm placing my beads on, I'm allowing them to go matte so that they're not going to bounce back to us when we press into them. Otherwise they will bounce back and you will lose all that kind of depth and definition of them petals. So it's really important to just be patient and wait for them petals to go matte. And this is why I always place a few beads, because I know that by the time I get back to that bead, the first one, it will be ready for me to play with and press and go in and just get my kind of shape that I want, and then I will go back and fully press that into the lovely raised 3D work that we like. So as we were just finishing off this nail, I really loved how it kind of went from one side diagonally to the other. So this is, as you can see me saying to my client, I really like it like that. So I decided to just add this one last petal and kind of bring it to a point more like a leaf, and then kind of leave it like that. And then we'll move on to the ring finger, where we're going to apply some Swarovski crystals. So I'm using my absolute favourite CJP gripper glue. This holds your crystals in place forever. They will not budge, but you want to make sure that when you do place them on, they are where you want them, because you are not. Yep, you're definitely not going to get them off, are you, Poppy? And then I'm just placing some other Swarovski crystals and smaller ones going around, just kind of around that cuticle area to make the nail not look so alone. Then when I'm finished placing the crystals on both hands and the glue is fully dry, I'm going in with the Topcoat, which is Top Gloss. It is tack free and it is so shiny and beautiful, and this is where you see those nails just come to life. When you're applying your Topcoat, you don't want to go over your Swarovskis because you'll lose the shine, so make sure you just push the Topcoat up to the crystals but not over. Then I'm going in and just placing some Topcoat on the two areas that wasn't covered by the flowers. You don't want to go over your flowers because it will make them look really like gloopy and tacky. And then I'll get my client to place their hand in the lamp for 60 seconds and cure. Then I'll give it a minute or two to cool down and then go in with cuticle oil. And then that is the finished video. I really hope you loved this set as much as I loved them. I absolutely fell in love with them and was so happy with how they turned out. Please give it a like if you did, and if you're not already subscribed to my channel, please do. We love you all and we'll see you soon. Bye.